With Origins right around the corner, maybe you're looking for a new piece to build your team around, or just trying to figure out what you might face at an upcoming tournament. Well, stay tuned because we're going to get into the top 10 main attackers as of the June 1st rotation. Thank you for tuning into Brave New World Games. I am your host Chase Lavoie, and I'm super excited as we're about to get into the top 10 main attackers in Heroclix as the June 1st rotation. There's a lot of implications with this rotation. A lot of people were not expecting Nick Fury to still make it, but Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still around. That means those ID cards and Nick Fury is still here. So we're gonna have another year of dealing with Nick Fury, but I have a feeling he's not gonna be quite as powerful as he was over the past year. On top of that, we did lose ATAs. They got the axe. They are done in Modern. Everyone was kind of surprised about that, but I think it's also good and fresh for the game. We also lost some con exclusives. Not quite as a big deal, but a couple of the pieces occasionally did show up. Also, I want to kind of talk about what is a main attacker. A main attacker is any piece that's 100 points or more. That's what we use as our qualification. Also, you'll be able to check out later in the week all the different archetypes, whether secondary attacker, support, and control, as this will be a monthly series that will be able to help keep you current in the meta. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and start our top 10 review. Starting our list out today at number 10 is the Hulk Chase from Avengers Defenders War. He is a close combat monster, and coming in at 200 points is going to be the most expensive piece on this list. But he has everything you expect between Indom, reducers through the whole dial, and never dropping below a 10 attack. Most of his dial, he has over a 4 damage even up until 6. He has super strength traded, along with the ability to use colossal stamina. He also has ways of improving his combat values and ignores hindering and elevated terrain. You want a piece to help him get in the fight, which isn't too hard considering that he is, for the most part, a standard character and can be carried by most characters in this game. A little bit of help maybe from a Bizarro Green Arrow to make sure that he doesn't take too much damage going in, and he is going to be a real problem for the enemy team. Moving on to number 9 in our list is Devil Dinosaur. Talk about another piece that is actually really hard to kill. He may be only 100 points, but he supports the equivalent to 4 stop clicks starting his dial out. He has a little bit of support with TK, and he has a 5 range with 3 damage. He is slow as can be, but the real reason you're going to bring him in is the fact that he has the ability to bring in bystanders. 3 at a time, that is, and these bystanders are really strong. They support powers like Pulse Wave, Charge, and even penetrating Psychic Blast. He is just a good, strong character that we haven't seen as much lately, but I have a feeling is going to be just as good in the upcoming meta. Coming in at number 8 in our list is the Magneto from Uncanny X-Men. This is one of my favorite pieces in the set and one of my favorite pieces to play with. He is 150 points, he can fly and has Indom, but the real reason you're bringing him is his ability to do so much damage is unparalleled with any other piece on this list. He is strong and will continue to be strong. He is outwittable, which is probably one of his weakest strengths, but he's still 7 clicks long and does support good reducers. Number 7 on our list, Mary Marvel. Talk about a girl that can put out some damage of her own. She does have super strength hypersonic, which is a huge plus, along with 4 damage and prog. She has reducers throughout her whole dial, along with a stop click to keep her going. She has Indom and can fly, so she's going to ignore most terrains. The biggest thing too is she's hard to outwit and perplex, or to prog. You have to be at a higher point level than her. The last thing that I would say is that with that stop click, she has a really good regeneration. Mary Marvel hits hard, hits from far away, and can stay in the fight. Number 6, Jack Frost. Jack Frost is a newer piece in the meta, and he doesn't come with the same kind of damage that the other characters on this list can do, but he has the ability to hit you from really far away. He has a special ability that allows him to give a double power action. When he does that, he deals 2 damage and gives everyone an action token within 2 squares of the target character. Now, the real strength behind that is the Pim Particle Tank that he can then use to drop on them as well, doing another 2 penetrating. You can hit somebody in their starting zone as long as first turn immunity is over. With his special terrain snow markers, he hits you way before you can do anything, and all you're doing from the start is playing catch up. We are now getting into the top half of our review, and at number 5 is KC Shazam. Talk about an absolute bully. He is a 15 hypersonic with super strength. He has all the great things like flying and indom that you'd expect from a character at this level because he is 170 points. But he also has all the great things that KC chases have, which is that his powers and abilities cannot be modified or countered unless from another KC piece. So there is only 1 or 2 pieces that can actually outwit this piece. He is 7 clicks long. He is going to still be susceptible to things like Pulse Wave, which everybody is. But he does have the Calculator team ability, and he has a 3 range, which is why he's a little higher on my list than Mary Marvel. She does have the stop click, but he can hit from farther away, and he also doesn't get caught up in the plasticity like other hypersonic pieces since he has a 3 range. KC Shazam definitely is bringing the thunder. Coming in at number 4 on our list is Red Sun Wonder Woman. This is the chase from Superman Wonder Woman, who, like other characters at her point level of 165, is supporting the hypersonic super strength combo. She also has 4 damage and can fly and has indom, all the things that you expect. One of the strengths of her, though, is that any character on your team that is targeted with an attack that's a lower point value than her, which everyone should be, modify the attacker's attack and damage values by -1. That is extremely strong. She also has a stop click down her dial as well. Red Sun Wonder Woman brings some support along with a huge attacker. Red Sun Wonder Woman is extremely strong, and we will continue to see her in the meta. We are now narrowing down our list to the top 3, and at number 3 is the KC Green Lantern. Another high point character that comes in at 170 points, and just like KC Shazam, shares all the abilities of not being outwitted and the Kingdom Come trait. Now, Green Lantern plays a completely different game. He has outrageous stats at a 12 attack and 20 defense and 4 damage. He has running shot or sidestep throughout his whole dial and even a little bit of pulse wave. His defense never drops below an 18 and his damage is a 4 all the way across. He doesn't have as long a dial at 6 clicks as some of these other 170 point characters in that range. But what really makes him strong is the fact that he has the JSA team ability. Now what this can do is that you can put other JSA members that just came out in Joker's Wild. They're all 25 to 35 points. When you do that, they can now share his defensive value. That also means that if you can surround him with a couple of those pieces as you move up the board, it won't make him as susceptible to Pulse Wave, which is actually probably the scariest thing for him. KC Green Lantern will continue to see play, and I think he definitely deserves the number 3 spot. The next one on the list, we weren't even sure was going to make it through rotation. Not only does he make it through rotation, he comes in at number 2, Nick Fury from Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He is a super rare, and it's great to see a piece make it this high and not be a chase, but you still had to pay a premium to get him. The reasons why: he has probability control, the ability to take away powers, ignores many different kinds of map elements, and can just do so much damage. He may not have much for a move and attack, but he really doesn't need it, because you can call him as an ID character or run him as your main attacker. Actually, I've seen many teams run 2 Nick Furies. That's how strong he is. So Nick Fury isn't going anywhere, and he's going to continue to make it on this list. Coming in at number 1 on our list is Jakeem Thunder. It is no surprise he's made it this far, especially not number 1. He only got stronger with the rotation, and with the ability to pick powers and a long dial for only 140 points, he's still going to be a terror for everyone. If you're not planning to either use him, you better be planning on how to beat him. That is the end of our first installment of our top 10 series. Check back later this week for the other tier lists that are coming. I want to thank John and KJ for their help in drafting the list. Also, comment below on anything that you think we might have missed. Maybe there's a character that you love that you think should have made the list, or you think is going to be a dark horse and might take Origins by storm. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Brave New World Games. This is Chase signing out.